from my perspective, Tatami Galaxy, like, as like mirroring what Merceline said, and then I also have done my own, um, you know, YouTube reviews and all that.
Really?
Tatami Galaxy was like the whole story of like, um, kind of being able to like, even though you want to be in one certain area or one point of life, you have to appreciate where you are right now, and all of your dreams, um can happen, right? But you have to put the work into it. And when you achieve that too, you might not appreciate, or it might not be what you thought it was going to be.
Mm.
That's kind of how I saw
Okay.
it. And then um I think for me, because like I rated Tatami like around a 7, because I kind of got yeah. I can like see how it can be like, a 10 for some people, right? For me personally though, I thought some parts about it were kinda kinda mundane, or like I guess that's what they were trying to show, right? But it got too mundane and like too boring at points, because it was all like alternate timelines. If he chose this club, what would happen if he chose that club? And it all kind of ended the same way, right? Because of that, like early on, I kind of got bored of it. But it was kind of like a bittersweet ending. I was like, that's kind of like what they were showing. Like that was the point of the series. So I might
Yeah, yeah.
rewatch it. I might have a different perspective when I rewatch it, but that's how I see it.
Yeah. I mean that's fair. As long as you can see that that was kind of the point that it's supposed to end the same way, which is the overall message of like, he has these different timelines, but in each timeline he still makes the same mistakes. He still runs into the same issues, has the same problems, which kind of proves that it doesn't really matter which path you chose. It's like, is that that's Impala song. Person same mistakes, kind of like that. If you can think about it that way, it's like, yeah, that's kind of just the overall theme of the show. And as Marceline said, yeah, the whole point. Well, for that, at the end of it, the message is just like, appreciate what you have, appreciate those around you, and it's okay to maybe chase for other things, or maybe try and chase for a better life, quote unquote. But don't don't let that chase let you convince yourself that the life that you have now is bad, or not worth being happy about, because as we find out, he actually was surrounded by people who liked him, who did, he had a good bunch of people around him, who did appreciate him for who he was and didn't want him to change. So yeah, guess that's what I took from it. And but yeah, Svat, what about you? What are your thoughts?
Thoughts on that? Yeah, I can't decide whether it's an 8 or a 9. I'm probably leaning towards 9. It's yeah, for 11 episodes, and after you get past the idea that it's kind of like the same episode over and over for a while, and each episode is kind of like its own story. You can call it like episodic. Then all kind of connects. Ending is really good as well.
Mm,
Has some
yeah.
top tier animation.
Godlike animation, some very, very creative guy in his bag. Oh, hello,
Yeah,
Dan.
colors, very nice colors.
Hello.
Colors. Yeah. Yeah, carry on. That.
So yeah, I think I'm leaning towards a 9. I'll definitely rewatch it again. I think at some point it's yeah, I'm leaning
Mm,
towards closer to classic masterpiece, because there's not really many things like it. And yeah,
mm.
it's like the characters are relatable. The idea of um appreciating what you have is one that anyone can relate to.
Yeah.
It's just a
Mm,
nice lesson, because I think it's very easy to think that the grass is always greener.
yeah. I think we've all think some of it's a very relatable theme. But yeah, I always really did like appreciate the message and
Yeah,
after going back and appreciating that message more and seeing how well it was done and just the little things that put in there, and obviously the episode where he's just stuck in that box, which is maybe a little heavy-handed as a message, but I think it's still done very well. It really gets the point across. So yeah, yeah, as you said, yeah, just clocked. Yes, only 11 episodes. 11 episodes.
yeah,
Yeah,
11.
it is
Yeah.
11 episodes.
7. Yeah. Wow. Actually, yeah. For that reason, yeah, might actually bump it up because to write such a cohesive story in such a not that much time.
You are a
To
sucker for 11 episode anime, you know.
yes, I
Ping
am.
pong, Tatami,
It's done
Eden of
well when
Beast.
it's because it's so difficult to do it well. So when you find when
Yeah,
it does it well, you can watch it in you can watch it in a day, and it's done so well, and you feel like you've gotten a full experience out of it.
yeah. And then
It's
you
really
watch Eden and
I,
you're like, man,
They would just stop it.
so
Nope,
disappointing.
ignore that. See, we're having a
I
nice
forgot.
conversation. You
I
saying,
forgot.
Dan?
I forgot what anime it was where we were talking about having a short amount of episodes, not an excuse to not having a plot that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I would like to use this anime as an example of this plot is fucking complicated, and he did it in 11 episodes.
Yes. Yeah, true. It's like ping pong in that regard.
Is it
These two.
complicated?
I
Is
mean,
it just handling maybe a complicated subject matter, but the story itself, I don't think it's that complicated.
I say complicated in the amount of story points that you would need to keep track of
Mm.
because there's the multiple timeline things going on. And it's not like each timeline doesn't matter. So you still kind of have to keep it's there's still a lot of moving parts in this plot as opposed to a show that's, guy beats a villain and there's like 5 characters and there's not a ton to dissect.